Well, joining me now is Caden Tippler, co-director of Make It 16. And Caden, a big win for you guys today, keeping your dream of making it 16 alive.
Yeah, I mean, this is obviously a hugely exciting step for us. I mean, we've always known that we should have the legal backing, but now to get that legal backing is massive.
Well, as Imogen explained in her story, though, you need a super majority of 75% of MPs, and National and ACT say they're out. Why do you think that is? Have you been in any discussions with them? What are they worried about, do you think?
Look, well, what should be noted is that we only need a simple majority, 51%, to lower the voting age for local elections,
yes,
which means Labour could lower the voting age for local elections tomorrow if they wanted to. And what we've seen in other countries is that once we've lowered the voting age for local elections, people have seen that it's a really successful policy, and we've then been able to lower the voting age for general elections.
So do you think that that might help people, Kiwis, get used to it, or people in the National Party or ACT, get them used to 16-year-olds, seeing them going out and voting? Do you think that might be the first step?
Well, absolutely. I think that people have an often visceral reaction to lowering the voting age. A lot of it isn't based on any evidence that we shouldn't lower the voting age, because we've seen it's been a successful policy in Scotland and Austria. So although we have faced some opposition from National and ACT, we're confident that once National and ACT understand and hear the reasoning for why it would be a successful policy, they'll be on board, even if it takes a little bit longer.
And Caden, why do you think that there is such a visceral reaction to this idea of 16 and 17-year-olds voting?
Well, look, we see it in a pattern throughout our history. You know, 16 and 17-year-olds are told we're immature, we're not smart enough to vote. But 18-year-olds were told the same thing. Women were told the same thing. People who didn't own land were told the same thing. You know, the voting age hasn't always been 18. It's been changed before to reflect the political climate, and today's political climate calls for a voting age of 16.
Well, I wanted, you know, if you got the vote, is it policy that you're wanting to drive? Which policies are important to you guys?
Look, I think 16 and 17-year-olds aren't a monolithic group. Different 16 and 17-year-olds will vote for different things, and they'll vote for different parties. We're not trying to lower the voting age because we care about one particular policy. We're trying to lower the voting age because not lowering the voting age is a human rights violation.
But is it to drive policy, or is it the act of being in participatory democracy?
Look, I mean, lowering the voting age is just the right thing to do. We've seen young people already engage in our democracy for a range of issues. I mean, from the school strike for climate, going all the way back to the Polynesian Panthers. We have a history of youth-led movements in Aotearoa, so lowering the voting age is just an extension of that.
And what is the next thing that needs to happen? It needs to go into Parliament to be debated.
Yes, so unfortunately the Supreme Court doesn't have any impact on the current laws, but it does open up a process for the voting age to be reviewed in Parliament.
OK, well, congratulations for all of your work so far, and good luck for the next part. That is Caden Tippler.
Thank you.